Now imagine having your home destroyed by bushfire and then seeing rubbernecking tourists taking happy snaps of the ruins. That's happening right now in South Australia, and residents are outraged.
We all love a bit of sticky beaking.
Oh, I've read that. It's really good.
But some people take it too far.
She's right. It's a cracking read.
Whether it's slowing down at the scene of a bingle or stopping to check out a busted fire hydrant, it's human nature to be curious about unusual spectacles. But how many of us would make a special trip just to see a disaster zone?
What people don't see is that's actually someone's home. That's my home. That's my mother-in-law's home. We live there.
While victims of the Pinery bushfire north of Adelaide are picking up the pieces of their lives, sightseers are snapping pickies.
It's not just that it's like disrespectful, but it really does hurt.
It's not just insensitive, it's also dangerous. Emergency workers say tourists risk getting in the way and some may even be trespassing.
There's looters that are trying to find something of value. It's like almost like people are kind of getting off on our pain.
Disaster tourism is nothing new. Travellers flocked to New Orleans right after Hurricane Katrina and to New York in the days following 9/11. But there's definitely something ghoulish about grabbing the selfie stick while a disaster is still unfolding. So is it ever okay to treat tragedy as tourism?
Rachel Thistleton runs the Adelaide Fires 2015 Facebook page. She joins us now. Rachel, you've been coordinating donations and helping locals. Have you seen these tourists yourself?
Yeah, I have. We've been up a couple of times now, and it's not only dangerous, it's people stopping literally in the middle of the highways to take photos, jumping out of cars that can cause accidents, and being outside people's properties who haven't even had a chance to go through what's left, and they're causing not only problems for the community, but it's obviously disrespectful.
Well, Rachel, how do the homeowners feel about that, these people just appearing and taking advantage of what they're going through?
They're gutted. When people look at properties that have burnt down, and what they see is what was left of a house. For the residents, that was their home. It's where they brought their children home from hospital. It's where they celebrated as newlyweds. It's where they created memories, and that has lost for them. And people don't see that, and people don't notice that. They're heartbroken, gutted.
Rachel, it seems like there's plenty of lines being crossed there, and it's easy to think that all of these people who are stopping and taking photos are indulging in some kind of, I guess, grief porn. But some people might be doing it to help raise awareness, you know, and maybe help raise funds for the area. Is there in any way a respectful way of doing this?
Absolutely. It's not hard to speak to someone directly. There are lots of places locally set up where you can see dozens of the locals, but if you make the effort to speak to them for what reason that you're doing it for, if it's going to help the community and you have permission from that resident, then it's not a problem.
It's also a hard line, Rachel, for the media, I guess, too, because there's, you know, the need and the desire to spread information and to report on the situation, but also now it's increasingly becoming get the best shot and get there first, you know. Being in the area, are you mindful of that as well as you watch the coverage?
Oh, absolutely. And I think, you know, we've seen this before. We did the recovery after Samson Flat, and there are people in the community who are more than happy to speak to the media. And you can make those contacts really easily, especially in this day and age of communication, technology and social media. You can contact a person or speak to the community about who would be comfortable speaking on camera and showing their loss. Some people are fine with that, but many are not, and we're just asking people to respect that.
So, Rachel, there'll be people watching this wanting to help in some way. How do you think they can do that?
At the moment, there's a lot of big ticket items that residents desperately need, so donating money, whether that's to the Government Recovery Fund, whether that's to St Vincent de Paul's who are helping, whether that's through pages like mine that are up there where we can get supplies directly to residents. Gift cards and money is the best thing people can do at the moment. They need all the help they can get.
Rachel, really good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay right there, we'll be back in just a moment.
Coming up, are we on the verge